Newsshooter coverage of NAB 2023 is sponsored by B&H and Atomos.
I'm Eric Nason with Newsshooter.com, and I am here at NAB 2023. I'm at the Core SWX booth with Ross. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Hey, we got some new exciting battery blocks. These are coming to the call for us folks that like to run lights, right?
We definitely, our new Renegade series has really garnered a great reaction. It's been something, like I said, a passion project for me, making something more economical, although it's still expensive, right? But really checking all the boxes for not only cinema power, but now lighting and grip power too.
And that's the answer, because we're all, they put AB or they put gold, V-mount on every light, and they're not, really capable. The batteries have not really come to that point, but I think we're getting to another place now with battery technology and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, definitely. It's a easier workflow when you have the right power, as we were talking about with your production recently. And these are really unique for what they are. The Renegade is a 777 watt-hour lithium iron phosphate. So it's our first lithium iron phosphate product. The thing with lithium iron phosphate, or LiFePL4, is that it doesn't have the energy density of lithium ion. So while this is 777 watt hours, its cousin, the Renegade XL, which we came out with, is 1376.
That's the beast.
It is a beast, but it definitely serves a niche and serves a call, and that's what we enjoy doing here. So the Renegade is under 22 pounds. As I said, 777 watt hour. You get 14 volts, 28 volts, 48 volts, and more importantly, the 48 volts output 15 amps. So that means your 600D aperture, full output, your Nanlite 720, and whatever else you have, full output, no restriction whatsoever.
And we're looking at about a little over an hour, hour and a half?
Yeah, if you're running at full, right? So 777 divided by 720 is 1 point something. It's late
Math.
in the day, yeah. But the other nice thing is it charges up in 3.5 hours. So the other thing we launched this year, which is really kind of, I think, a culmination of years of R&D and technology, is what we call same-day cycling. So it's never been done before. If you can charge your battery packs faster than you can consume the power, you can bring less battery packs on set. So in the old days, or maybe a couple of years ago, you'd bring 3 or 4 of these on set. You only need 2. You could use one while you're charging the other. And that sort of ideology is not only thought about with the Renegade, but it's also the Renegade XL. And our GT8 onboard charger can charge 98 watt-hour packs, 4 of them in 40 minutes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going on.
And your charger, it's like a brick. It's really small. I mean, it's very, it's not giant.
No, it's 8 inches by about 3 inches, so it's not terribly large. And it does the job. 3.5 hour charge.
3.5 hours, which I mean, like an Apex, great battery, takes quite a while.
It does, because with onboards you scale down the technology. Here we're given a little more leeway. And what's really cool with the Renegade XLs, which are similar, just larger capacity, is those 1376 watt hour packs you can charge in 2.5 hours with our external charger. So those are internal charge 5.5 hours, external charge 2.5 hours. So you're not consuming 700 watts an hour.
I mean, you could, if you were shooting all day long, you could basically be shooting, swapping
cycling.
out, shooting, same day cycling.
Trademarked it, so same day cycling, yes.
That's really great.
Yeah.
Now, talk to me another. We were talking before we were on camera. There's a lot of consumer higher, capacity batteries now. Those have, they work, they're good, but there's a lot of issues. Why would a professional, semi-professional, crazy lighting guy who needs a lot of power want to use like a professional battery block like this as opposed to some of the already available ones?
Yeah, there's many reasons, right? I've always been a proponent. If it works for you, use it. right? We're trying to earn everyone's business, and we listen to everybody based on feedback and try to make not only economical products, but heavily technologically driven products that are easy to be supported and serviced in the field. So that's one of the reasons. Second thing is, these discharge without any noise. There's no fan that goes on during discharge. So the thermodynamics in the units are different, and that adds to the cost, but also adds to the product and the performance of the product. So you don't have to worry about a fan running in the background, and a lot of those 110 volt inverter type battery packs have a fan system built in.
And they're beefy, they're loud, I've heard them. They're you can't shoot audio running a light with some of these.
I'll take your word for that one. Yeah.
I'm not going to rope you in on that.
So, the units are somewhat serviceable by someone of reasonable skill. And, it does come with Core support. We have New York and LA offices, we have reps throughout the states, and we have a global distribution network that can support it too. And you're getting the voltages you need, right? Like some of these 110 units, you still need a power supply. Yeah. If I want to run my Array Alexa 35 off one, I can, but I need a brick power supply to run that. Here, you just need a cable. So it is a simpler solution. You also have a runtime screen, diagnostic screen, and you're supporting a great brand.
Exactly. All right, so talk to me a little bit about the other two. You have three in the Renegade line.
Three, yeah. So we have the Renegade XL, which is a larger version of this. They're all the same X, Y, and Z, so dimensionally they're all the same. The Renegade XL is more similar to our Maverick, our nickel metal hydride product that we came out with about 20 months ago. It's about 30 pounds, but 1,376 watt hours. You could also daisy chain the Renegade XLs. So if you have a live production with multiple cameras, you could link all those, and you only have to, it'll discharge from the last one in the link, so you can keep things rolling there. It has that cool, as I said, platform-based charger, the SFQ40, that will charge it in 2.5 hours, as opposed to the internal charge, which is 5, which is still fast.
Yeah, that's fast.
And the other thing we did is the Renegade XL, or the XL1, is 14, 28, 48, but we also have a Renegade XL48. The Renegade XL48 has two outputs that are both 48 volt, 15 amps. So if you want to power that 1200D over there, you can do it from one battery.
Man, see, there you go. All your lighting battery solutions right here.
That's it.
All right, and let's get some pricing.
Absolutely. So the Renegade right now is $24.99 MSRP, but we're running an introductory rate of $19.99. That's going to last either through May 31st or until the allocated stock is depleted. And then the Renegade XL, and the Renegade is shipping April 28th, which is a few days from now. Renegade XL is shipping June 1st. That's $44.99. There are some customizable features that we're really catering to the rental houses on. And the SFQ40 charger is $1,800. The Renegade XL48 is also $44.99.
All right. Thanks so much, Ross. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for stopping by.